The Honda Accord. Now the Honda Accord has grown. Honda City. Hey guys, welcome back to sgCarMart Reviews. Today we have the Honda City RS. Now this car has got very big shoes to fill because it's going to go up against very strong cars like these. But before we get to that, let's talk a bit about how it looks. This car, front end, looks exactly like the Honda Accord. Now, and that's no bad thing at all. A lot of people will say, no, it looks a bit like the Civic. No, it's not. It really looks more like the Accord more than anything else. And if you look up, if you go up close and personal and look at all the attention to details, like this LED headlamps right here, it's very premium. The attention to detail is very strong. You can't really see it. Again, I'll see it for you. Look at all the curves, the edges. It's Honda quality right there. Unfortunately, I don't really like the color. I don't really know what's wrong with all the car manufacturers. They are very into the red colors now. Apparently the RS variant here is the only variant that allows you to get the red. I don't really remember the name, some Ignite Metallic something red, but red is red. Don't really like the color, not really for me. Fortunately for the RS variant that you see here, it comes with black wing mirrors. I think you get black spoiler as well. 16-inch wheels that look quite nice. In fact, the wheels, if you take a look at it right here, it's actually one of the nicest looking wheels in its class. The Vios has got this blade looking thing, the archrage, but this is not bad at all. The thing about this is the Honda City has grown up. It's no longer like the 12-year-old kid on the block, right? It is now 22 years old, more mature, more cool. I like it. Let's check out the boot. The Honda City is priced from $90,000 to $98,000. The 1.5-litre engine produces 119 brake horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. The CVT transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 in 10.3 seconds. For more details on the Honda City or any other car, head on to sgCarMart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now, the Honda City that you see here right now has grown in length and width by some 110 or 111 millimeters and 55 millimeters respectively, I think 50 or 55. And because of that growth, boot space has grown from its predecessor as well. This is 519 liters worth of boot space. It's actually the biggest in its class. But you know what? Let's check out the anti-trolley length test, see if it passes it. Almost. Check-in luggage. Pass. Well done, City. Well done. Okay, but more than just passing all this kind of stuff, you still have more space around. You can put your grocery bags, some barang-barang, dirty shoes, clothes, what have you. But there is a problem though. This car, the boot space is just bare bones. What you see is what you get. There are no hooks by the side for you to hang your plastic bags and all that kind of stuff, and you can't knock the seats down. It doesn't fold 60-40. You don't have that option. Hence, what you see is what you get. 519 liters worth. Yeah. Cool. There's black headlining. Very good. Let's talk a little bit about the materials first in this car. The headlining material is slightly different. It's not your regular cloth sort of material. It's rougher, but it's not really a bad thing either. I mean, it's not like as if you're going to spill things on this material. You're not going to spill water or coffee or Coke unless you like decide to do this. Other than that, it's okay. Very forgivable. This whole black thing obviously exudes a more premium, sportier feel of the entire car. And I kind of like it. On that note of material, now the seats that I'm on, fabric upholstered. It's actually very cool. There's a bit of suede thing going on here for, you know, a bit of friction in place. Diamond material design here. Sorry, diamond design on this material here. The thing good about fabric upholstery is that on a sunny day like today, you're gonna come in feeling warm at best. It's not gonna be super hot. If it's leather upholstered, then yes, it's definitely gonna be really hot. Space wise, seat has been arranged to joint sitting position. so it's quite far back, yet I still have ample space. I can even slot my feet under the seat so I can actually stretch out. In fact, I might be able to, yes I can, cross-legged the rear seat. But then again, it's almost like S-Class, but then again, because of my size, I think almost any car will be S-Class. So ample headroom, still very forgivable, very good. Now the center seat here, soft, supple, and because the transmission tunnel is down low, I can actually put my leg and it's still gonna fit another 2 more, no problem. So there you have it. We have 2 cup holders here. It feels a bit low, you know, it feels like it should be here instead of here, but that's just really finding fault with the car. You get ISOFIX as well. I do have one small little complaint though. Plastics feel the cabin. Can you hear it? Hard plastics. You hear it? But then again, you and I will have to understand that cars in this class, in the compact sedan class, I'm talking about the Vios, Artrage, I'm talking about Mazda 2 sedan, might even throw in a Peroda Bezza. Plastics are everywhere. It's inevitable. It's because of price as well. So yeah, but the good thing is, all these plastics that you see, it doesn't feel like it'll disintegrate in 3-4 years. It feels like it'll actually last you good 10 to 15 years. It's like this vault-like security sort of feel to it. So that's always a good thing. Also good and impressive is that the Honda CT, very rare in its class, comes with rear aircon vents. Perfect for our weather. And it comes with 2 12-volt power socket. So you can put in an adapter and charge your phone, your iPad and what have you. So yeah, good stuff. To the front. Yeah. Now, like the back, the front here, plastics fill the cabin and you can immediately take notice of it. You know, all this stuff. You guys hear it? It's actually quite plasticky, but again, you and I will have to remind ourselves that cars in this class are by nature very plasticky, so we kind of need to manage our expectations on that. But here's where it actually starts to feel a little bit weird with the full-on plastics, right? The steering wheel, the multifunctional steering wheel here, surprisingly very rare in its class, comes with leather upholstery here, and it's actually very thick and it feels very premium to the touch, very premium actually. Now because it's premium on one side and then hard plastics on the center, there's a very vast difference, very stark actually. So this material here tries to mimic leather sort of texture, but it's just plastic obviously. But you can tell the difference is so stark that it might actually bother some of you. It bothered me when I first got the car, but I kind of overlooked it after a while because, you know, there are more important things than just materials, right? So that's one problem. Second problem, the instrument cluster beyond that feels like it's from 1990s. It's not digital, it's analog. Again, I'm completely fine with that, but I think the small little rectangular screen in the center that shows you your range, the time, the temperature outside, your fuel consumption, it's a bit too small. That's one problem. Now, I've got another problem actually with this car, and that is because, again, back to the plasticky part, is this handbrake right here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it feels very cheap. It's very plasticky, like Honda should have at least just, I don't know, tried to upholster it with something so that it doesn't feel so hard and so cheap. And because of this little space here, you would think that you can actually put your wallet or something here, right? You would think that, okay, there's a space for me to put the wallet, which is perfect. But then you put your handbrake down, then you, alamak, cannot lay, like, then, you know, it's, yeah, so that's one problem. But the good thing is, the CT now looks very modern and it has got some very quality touches to it. So this is very minimal. Somehow feels almost Audi-ish. Can you guys hear the sound? There's a very nice tiak, tiak, tiak sound to it. Very nice feel. Not quite Audi, but you know, almost there, but not quite Audi. Below here you get two USB ports with another 12V power outlet here, and you get another cubby hole here. Now this cubby hole, perfect. It's the only car that I've driven thus far that can actually fit my phone. So which means it can fit your iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro, what have you Pro, all there. Cup holders here, more storage space here. All in all, it looks very simply laid out, but yet very modernized, very half partially upmarket. And I'm saying this comparing to other cars in its class, because when you look at this and when you look at the space and you look at this as a whole, it can even go against cars one class above it. So that's quite cool. Now I think driving this several days, the biggest complaint I have is probably this. This Alpine system is an aftermarket fitted, locally fitted system. It's highly annoying because when I press the volume button, sometimes it doesn't work. Like now, it's not working, and I have to press multiple times for the volume to go up. And I have to press. I can't press and hold. It doesn't work, right? Because it's aftermarket, it doesn't sync very well with the car's steering wheel. However, if you want to press and hold, only this would work. See that? So it's a small thing. You may think that you're just finding fault. Yes, but if you're going to live with this car, which I had tried to for just several days, it starts getting to you, it starts being a little bit annoying. Is the drive as annoying? One way to find out. So this car, the Honda City RS. Now don't get too excited with the whole RS thing, because this car, 1.5 litre, pumps out a meek 119 brake horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. I'm not gonna lie, it lacks pace. It lacks a lot of pace. Yes, this car might actually boast one of the highest figures in its class. It's more powerful than the Vios, is obviously more powerful than the R-Charge, but overtaking maneuvers, come on. It's a little bit strenuous. Like, you can hear the CVT and the engine really working just to pump out those horses, those ponies actually, to do an overtaking maneuver. Yes, it will get the job done, but it doesn't sound so good when you do it. But here's the good thing. This droning sound that you get from the CVT can only be heard when you really mash the throttle, when you do pedal to the metal. Other than that, this CT here, the 5th generation all-new CT, scores very high on refinement. A lot has to do with insulation, cabin insulation. Honda really upped the game with the whole cabin insulation thing, you know what I mean? As a result, road noise, wind noise, even the droning from the CVT are all kept well at bay. This CVT is not like Opel Astra CVT, a car that we recently reviewed that also came with a CVT gearbox. When you drive, it doesn't just go it will actually drop the rev. It will actually drop. So the noise is actually lessened. The harshness of the droning is actually lessened by a lot. So that's a good thing. I have to say, this car could well be the most comfortable car in its class. The ride is so pliant, it's so supple. Half the time you're just telling yourself, why? It feels like I'm driving a car one class above it. It may be slow, for lack of a better word, it is slow, but I suspect buyers of this car will not be so bothered by it. I think comfort and space is something that they will probably take notice of. It's something that will actually really get them sold. I'll just be very honest, right? When I thought about the CT, the first thing that came to my mind was, it's gonna be a won't buy. Because I've driven the CTs before, previous generation CT, and it's just horrible to drive. But this CT just takes it on a whole new level, man. It is just one of the best cars that you can get with this amount of money today, honestly. So, important question. Will buy, won't buy, go try the Honda CT 1.5 RS? My answer, please go and buy the car. You have to buy the car. It's a will buy for me, for sure. This car, at 92,888, it is the most expensive in its class. It's about 10,000 more than a Vios, 20,000 more than the Mazda Artrage. I think it's also about 10,000 more than a Mazda 2 sedan. But you're getting so much car for this price. You're getting a lot more car for this price. I have this car for several days, right? I actually showed it to some of my friends who also own Hondas, car enthusiasts obviously, and the first thing they said is, wow, this car very wow. It's actually very bang for buck. It's actually a lot of car for the money. And I said, yeah, it drives well, it's comfortable, has the biggest boot in its class, it's spacious. Why not? Obviously, it's not sporty. I mean, you don't buy this car in this class thinking that you'll get 3 Series sort of dynamism. No. You get 3 Series design, backside design. It looks like a 3 Series in my opinion, at least. The rear of the Honda CT. The front looks like an Accord. So it's very coherent, the whole design. I genuinely like this car, and I genuinely feel that this is a car that's bang for buck. So right now, at this point in time, this car is the best bet. It is highly, mighty impressive. I'm blown away by this car, in all honesty. So yes, I will buy. Thank you very, very much for watching. That's the review of the Honda CT 1.5 RS. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I really genuinely enjoyed driving this car. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do share the videos as well. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button so that you'll be notified every time we upload new videos. Oh, and please feel free to comment in the comment box below and let us know whether or not you will buy, won't buy, or go try the Honda CT 1.5 RS. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, ciao!